let's talk about what happened last time on Starfinder about 3 weeks ago.
Well, we found Treasure Planet. We fought off Davy Jones. We met that robot who was missing his memory, but then we found out that the map cube was actually his missing memory bank.
Okay, careful, because we're getting out of the legend part of it and into copyrighted material. So rewind.
Wait, was that Treasure Planet?
Yeah.
100%. It was like...
Sound a little like Force Awakens, too.
But you found a operable ship against all odds on the stormy side of a lonely planet in the far reaches of the galaxy, and decided
far away.
to leave said planet.
Because they hate us here.
And you had a couple of options on where to go. So we had further planets in the Vescarum, or a space station that was orbiting a drift portal. I think y'all chose...
Drift portal.
You chose the drift portal. And I believe that as we were leaving off last time, you had just gotten a broadcast from said space station, beckoning you forward for sails. And with that, I'll hand it over to the captain on the bridge.
Oh, great.
I'll be back in engineering. I don't know where my Kisos is, but...
I mean, I don't think I have a place on the ship.
No, you're definitely
Well, so
outside the
right
ship.
here, this leads to the turret/weapon suite.
Okay.
Would you just be hanging out in the
Talk
turret?
about that.
Do we want
Sure.
to put on the map screen and I can show them where that would be?
If you would like to do so.
You have the buttons.
Okay, so which button do I hit?
Is it see battle map?
There we go.
All right.
I can control that as well if you'd like.
You have the one that controls the... Oh, you're hello.
Thank
Totally
you.
done this before.
All the time.
Once a week at 6:30.
I don't want to wait for the stream to be over to see the ship.
Do you want to ping it?
Go ahead.
Do you? I can't.
Oh, okay. Rio, point it out again. We'll show them all where it is.
Turret.
Dot.
Wait, did you not know where it was?
Turret.
Of course you knew where it was. You
Yes.
just campaign. Real.
But I feel like it was more important for our...
that's just-
there we are. You can see where the blue's going off there. That's where we're going to be having our Makizos the Gunner hang out.
Well, you could also hang out in the lounge.
Oh, I know. I was being an asshole.
Oh.
You?
No.
Right? Who would have thought?
Okay, so what are we doing?
Hail the open communication with the base.
I'll do it.
Okay, so as you hit the button to hail the recording, you can sense that it's on a loop because it starts over again. Welcome, travelers! Buyers beware, sellers be fair. Sail, sail, sail. And as you hit the button to actually hail them back, it goes off. You get a welcome. You are approaching Galdarin Station. Please prepare for docking. We trust that there are no weapons activated aboard your vessel.
That is correct.
Thank you,
Would you
very
consider
much
this-
for...
Makizos a weapon?
Good question. We have no harmful intent at this time. And I tell them who we are. Yeah.
All right, please proceed to docking port B as we commence a scan of the vessel.
Okay, thank you. Can I end that communication?
Sure.
Okay. Are you in that? Press the button.
The captain goes...
Yeah, I think we need a signal for that. That was always missing from Star Trek. I was like, how do they know when the communication is over?
I think on Star
Anyway.
Trek, everyone always hangs up on it.
I guess so. It's just
There's a
like,
lot of
wait,
hanging up on people in
We
space.
have no time for this. There's no time for goodbye. Okay.
I think it's because all captains don't have the last word.
Can we scan this vessel or this base? What's it called again?
Space
Space station. Okay.
The
Can we scan the station?
Galadar space station or something like that? Gamadar?
It's, sorry, Galdarin Space Station.
Galdarin space
Oh,
station.
that's one of the words I saw in the book. Galdarin.
Can I roll for scan?
It's computers.
Little skitty scanny.
Skinny scanning. Little tiny skinny scanning. That is going to be a 15.
15.
For my scan.
Okay. And that's with adding all the bonuses from the ship and whatnot, because I believe you get a +1 for that.
Fun.
From the computer.
16.
Okay. So with a 16, you can see that it is just a commercial station. They do have gunners attached to the station, but it's really just simple defense kind of stuff. It's not anything state of the art, and everything looks pretty old. When you get the scan back, you can see that there are no other ships currently docked around the station. Looks like there's 4.
17.
17. Now you see. There's about 4 docks going around it, and it is just kind of in a very slow orbit around the green light that's behind it of the drift portal.
Okay.
Can we tell how many people or life forms are on
So
there?
it's gonna show you that there are 5 life forms, all roughly medium size.
That's it?
It's not a very large station.
And that's normal for a station of this size.
It seems a little small for a station of this size, but you know that you're in the middle of nowhere.
And also there could be droids.
Captain, I'm confident we could take this space station if we needed to.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
I pushed my communication button. Are we pirates now?
No.
No.
Okay.
I am already missing the limb. One of my arms is mechanical.
Oh,
Because I'm a
okay.
mechanic.
Oh, right.
Because I'm a
I
mechanic.
do have scurvy. So, that's that.
Which is impressive for a machine.
Yeah.
Dex, can you take us to the docking point, please?
Very well, Captain.
I'm gonna head over there.
That'd be
Do we want to leave somebody?
Do you want to
on
go
the
down to
ship?
the second level where the airlock is? Right.
Yes, that's
here
where I would be
on the
heading.
map?
I'm trying to decide if I want to take anybody with me.
I mean,
Where is it, buddy?
I think it's a good idea for someone to go with you.
Well, I'm just wondering, should we all go,
No,
or do
little
we
farther.
want to?
Little more.
Should it just be?
There it
Yeah,
is.
that's the airlock.
I don't know.
And if you don't take me, I'm going to jettison you into space.
Well, I'm not saying I would try to stop you from coming, but I'm just like, okay, I'm
Roll for
gonna head. I'm gonna greet the station. If anyone would like to come with me, please feel free.
Can you leave Sparky and like make him auto?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, as long as we're within, I think, around 2,000 feet, I can actually control.
I was just gonna say that way, like, set him basically if anyone comes in the airlock but us.
I could even set up an auto turret
Can we
with a
lock?
bioscan.
Okay.
Okay, then let's do that.
I don't know that we need that just yet. Want to be cautious?
We're on the people that were on the plane wanted to kill us, so.
That's true. I do want us to be cautious, but
There are a lot of murderers in space.
Yes.
all right, let's all go. Dock it up. Let's go. He can come.
Do I really have to?
If you'd like to stay on the bridge, you're welcome to. But
There might be French bread pizzas. I know how much you like to cook those.
I don't actually enjoy cooking those. I do not like
No, he's
smelling.
saying he likes you cooking inside. Like,
I could cook him inside if he really wants.
please don't.
I have left already.
We have dogs. Captain!
You see on the panel next to the door kind of a countdown as the airlock is getting fully sealed. Kind of, it's going through its own confirmations, making sure that it's not releasing you into space by accident.
That's nice.
And as you get a
I love that sound.
and the doors slide down simultaneously, and you see beyond a fairly open space. It's a little dark, but there's just a lot of pillars around what would be a main room. It's basically what you saw from the outside as the disc of the station. And standing right to the other side of the door are a human male and a Sheeran carrying a clipboard.
And for those of you who might not remember, Sheeran are the weird bug people.
They kind of have like little spiky protrusions coming around their faces and down, big bug eyes.
Are they common?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're a common race. They're as common as any of us, honestly.
Okay, I just want to make
Less common than me. More common than us, to be honest.
sure. Okay. Greetings.
The human male steps up. Mighty fine ship you got there.
Thank you. I made her myself.
I have to say that the name had me a little curious who was on board. You have a a stowaway from the planet with you?
No, but we met her and she was a great help to us.
That's good.
We
That's
tried.
good.
Do you know Portalda?
Oh, Portalda and I traveled together for a long time. Been trying to get her to leave that planet for good on 30 years here.
We tried to get her to leave too.
You should have put a ring on it.
Oh. She didn't tell you I tried?
She didn't mention you.
That sounds like Portalda.
What is your name?
Buzz comes out. Heavy handshake, real tight.
Oh,
Little man, nice to meet you too. Shakes all of your hands patiently. Seems like he's been around kids before. Well,
I
any
was told
friend
you
of
had to shake with your right hand, and I have 3 of them.
any friend of Portalda is a friend of mine. What can I do you for? Please come on in. Come on in.
Thank you so much. How long have you been here?
I've been here right around about 30 years myself.
Oh, wow. And that you have no... Did you want to leave the station or do you like it here?
Oh well, I'm not leaving without her.
Oh. Why don't you go back to the planet?
The planet? Oh well, we don't get along none too well. It's a little bit more interesting up here. Let me tell you that.
Well, if we ever see her again, I'll put in a good word.
You could always destroy her planet.
I sweep him up and.
I'm on the captain's shoulder. You just gotta.
Yep. In the corner, we talk to you like this. We do this.
Truth be told, I was her crew back in the day, and until the captain's ready to leave, I ain't going nowhere.
That's admirable. Well, sir, we are hoping to figure out how to get a new drift drive.
Drift drive. We haven't had one of those come through here in a while. Most times people need them.
Yeah, there's something about that planet's atmosphere. It seems like it... We're not really sure what happened, but our drift drive is mysteriously missing now.
Well, I got a mechanic that I could set you up with, see if she can help you find something. I don't have the full records myself. The Resh here keeps most of them, but gesturing to the Sheeran with the clipboard.
Oh, okay.
But we got a new mechanic a few months ago, and she's been kind of reorganizing stuff for us, making sure that things are tip-top. She should be able to tell you what you're looking for. Nothing
Awesome.
else.
Raga, Mike, can you guys discuss that with her and see what we can do?
Yes, Captain. I take
Oh,
my
he's...
hand off.
Got it.
Hello.
The Sheeran kind of steps back from you a little bit, looks a little tense.
I only eat small bugs.
He's wearing long floor-length robes and kind of turns with a swish and walks away from you.
Come back. Mikisos, put me down.
I just follow.
Okay.
Mikisos.
I clip you on your.
Don't mind Resh, he ain't got much to say.
Dex, did
I
you
like
come
that.
with us? Or did you stay on the ship?
I swing back and forth from my harness.
Okay.
Just
All
to,
right.
like, make sure everything's like down. I'll kind of like put myself relaxing, sitting on one side, just in case if anyone tries to do anything funny, I'm prepared.
Sparky looks to you and goes, Bork.
Work.
And it's like,
Okay, and then so from those of you that are on the ship and from those of you on the station, those of you staying on the ship, can I get just a perception from everybody?
Oh, we just spent the
Me too.
morning so thoroughly.
6 again. Damn it.
So
Ooh. No, I decided I don't make perception checks.
Does the ship give us any bonuses?
This is a personal one. If you're using the systems, you get the bonus.
I'm on the ship.
All around.
I need to find my thing.
18.
I mean, it was a 21.
But what?
But Raga doesn't make perception checks.
I got a 20.
You got what?
20.
9.
18.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
Cash is like really into the Sheeran. I'm like, hey girl,
We
what's
just
up?
walked away with the Sheeran.
Oh.
You guys are
He's
with the
watching her
Sheeran.
walk away.
So actually, all of you would end up catching it. There's a little like skittering sound,
Oh.
and behind you, you see Inisaki like scampering onto the ship. Just a little
Our ship?
Excuse me. What is she doing?
I scamper right after.
Buzz turns around and yells, "Fink, get on out of there! Don't bug those people's ship!" And a little
Oh boy, this
So,
escalated.
scampers
really
onto the ship. Sparky activates.
and say your alarms went off to say that something had breached the other side of the ship. The Isaki kind of comes back, a little dejected.
Hello.
I close the airlock door.
I appreciate that you have an interest in our ship. If you'd like a tour, we can give you one. Please, Raga, put that down.
I just wanted to see what you were working with. I want to know what we can trade.
Well, you can talk to me about that.
Show me what you can trade.
Oh, God.
I have grubs.
Show me grubs. 3 nuts, 2 bolts.
Done.
Fishes around in his pockets, pulls out those.
Hold this one for a minute. I'm going to show you something Makiso showed me. Never mind.
Takes 3 more nuts, 2 more bolts.
He's honorable.
Makiso's, I made a best friend.
Whatever. Still like to see the ship.
I have schematics on my arm. We can look at it together. I can even color in the cooling systems and...
I'll let him walk with you to follow, Rex. The rest of you?
Ooh, look. This is the heat exchange where I make my eggs.
Buzz turns to the 2 of you. I apologize. Fink gets a little excited. We don't see a lot of travelers right now and is getting pretty bored with the mechanics around the ship.
I think we know exactly what you deal with with that.
Communication. Captain, we're gonna keep Fink.
We'll talk about it later. Thank you for keeping him occupied.
I'll make a cage for him.
No cage needed.
You hear a buzz go off on Buzz's arm.
Captain, we're gonna keep the little one with the arm.
Resh takes you and Fink, and I think you said you were going as well, based down across the large hall there to a staircase that leads down to what seems like a junk pit. On one side of the room, there's another humanoid form that is organizing things, and you can see that they started on that end of the room and are moving their way across. So about a third of the room at this point is organized into nice piles of matching equipment.
No.
I look to Fink.
No.
We're not allowed to touch the piles. Piles are order. Order's important.
What about the non-piled?
You can touch the
No.
piles.
Not even gonna attempt to grab you.
Come on, Fink, it's a perfect temperature.
What are the rest of our...
I'd be interested in any information exchange. I think
yeah.
that's what me and Cash would be into.
I don't know how much I have, but I'll be glad to tell you what I can.
Yeah, any research on the area around that planet would be great.
So, you know, I think I should have an atlas around here somewhere. And he'll go back to another door that leads into what looks like crew quarters. So there's, behind the door as it opens up, you see couches around a table, what looks like part of a kitchen that you can see through the door, and it closes behind him.
And we're left with the Sharon right now.
Oh, the sheer just
Oh, the
guided
Sharon
them
left.
down there.
Okay. So it's just me and you. All right.
There are, since you did roll a decent perception, there are a couple cameras in the corners, and they do seem fairly trained on you, but they do just go through routine scans, and then they'll focus on you for a little bit, and then go back to routine scans and focus for a little bit.
Creepy. Okay, so I turn around so my face is away from the cameras.
Sure.
Thoughts?
Seems we're being tracked, but
Oh yeah! Damn, I always forget that. Sorry, go ahead.
seems we're being tracked, but might be par for the course for a star system like this. I would be curious to know if there's any other travelers that came through here. It seems like the planet hasn't seen anyone in a few years, so why there would be a starship around this drift drive is interesting.
Yeah. And we'll need to figure out where we can get a drift drive from here still. since this is appearing to not have one. There were 5 life forms. We've met 3. I wonder who our 2 surprise people are.
Well, there's a humanoid searching through the junk pile as well.
That's 3.
So that would make 4.
So we've got Buzz,
Human.
We're
Fink,
missing one.
and the Sheeran, whose name I didn't.
Rush.
Rush.
Resh.
I'll detect magic.
Sure. What is the range of your telepathy?
That's a good question. Why don't you guys figure that out while I look into that? 30 feet. That's 30 feet.
And you don't have to roll for that. You can just check it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so there's not a lot magically going on. You get general kind of magical radiation vibes from below you, which would be the junkyard, but there's nothing that pops as
Okay.
like, this is a magical artifact, this is a magical item. And usually if there is a magic user, you could kind of get a vibe on them. There's nothing clicking.
Okay. So no magic user, but something vaguely has some magic in it.
Nothing that would, I'd say nothing that sticks out more than background radiation kind of
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
As we're checking on that, Buzz comes back with a square tablet. Looks pretty old. He's dusting it off as he goes forward, and he hands it over to you. You can take that one on the house, just as a good opening to our dealings here. It's gonna be, as you turn it on, it's a screen rather than a hologram, so it's pretty old, and it's just a flat atlas of this region. So you can see the 2 stars that were orbiting, or that planet was orbiting that you were just on. You can see another planet further off that would have taken you a little bit longer to get to than this. You see the drive looks like it's equidistant from that planet to some other large shape. It could be a collection of asteroids. It's not documented in the atlas because it looks like whoever made this kind of passed through, wrote down whatever they could, and moved on.
Okay. So I'm sorry. So we're at the space station. Then there was the planet back here, and it had the 2. You said 2 stars it was orbiting around.
Yes, and that was you'll kind of remember when you were there. There were 2.
Yep.
Okay, and then on the other end was that planet that was in Vesk territory that we decided not to go to, right?
Mhm.
And then there's this clump of, is it like this way or?
So it's all of them are orbiting that star.
Oh, okay.
And they're in different orbits.
Okay.
So you have planet you came from. This is hard to describe. I should have brought a visual for this. Planet you came from. Planet that was further away. Drift portal here. And then on the other side out there, it looks like what could be, it's a clump of something. So you can't really tell from here whether it would be a group of asteroids that are just kind of in a close orbit together. If it's just like a planet that's split up and has a lot of moons. If it's
Could be a
something-
flotilla.
It could be a flotilla. It's not, whoever wrote this, it's been there for that amount of time. So
Since this technology
Yeah.
was in vogue. Okay. Okay, so there's nothing else on this that would indicate a place where we could potentially get a drift drive except for that other Vesk planet. Okay.
or here, if they find one.
But yeah, okay. Thank you for this information.
Of course.
Looks like this is about the information we already knew. Any information that you guys have been hoping to gather that we can help you with, if we might have some.
Honestly, we're just looking for trade out here.
What items specifically? Mechanical items or?
Generally speaking, people only stop here if there's something wrong with their ship. So we try to make sure that we have a wide array of things that we can use to help people along. A drift drive's just a little bit of a large thing to have go out. But,
How often do you have visitors?
before you last was probably, well, 3 months ago when Nava got here, I guess would be the last one. It's our new mechanic. She was dropped off by another transport that was coming through into Vesk territory.
Has all of your crew been here sometime? Is Nava, she's your newest?
She'd be our newest right now. We lost a mechanic a couple years ago, so we were that one for a while. And when she decided to stay, we were more than happy to have her.
Okay.
The rest of us, I'd say, beyond her, the shortest would be Joe Moff. He's been here for 8 months at this point. Beyond that, it's 2 years, 5 years, 30 years.
Okay. I'd love to meet them, see if they have any information about where Drift Drive might be.
Well, it looks like your friends are probably meeting Nava. She usually doesn't leave that bay very often. But Dromoff's on duty right now. I'm sure he'd be happy to meet if you all staying for dinner.
We'd love to. We can definitely, we have food we can contribute, and we'd love to share a meal with you.
Well, sounds like a great time for all of us.
We have rations and stuff.
Yeah, but it's like space food.
How did you lose your previous mechanic?
Left on another transport. One that brought Nava in, they went out.
Can I roll?
Sensible.
I can do that too.
Don't forget to add your d6.
One. Yeah, this is gonna be good. 1.
1?
22.
He's
Totally makes sense. He's a
100%
friendly man.
telling
He's
the
already
truth.
been shared with
Yep.
things with you guys. You realize that he just said 2 different things. So first he said, Nava came in 3 months ago. We've been without a mechanic for 2 years. Immediately afterwards he said, well, our mechanic left on the transport that brought Nava in.
Okay. I think we'll hold on to that for right now.
Cool.
Okay. Let's I guess we can let's go join up and see how Raga's doing then.
So we'll switch to you two. You haven't seen anything else come onto the ship. Since you closed the airlock, nothing's made an attempt or anything at this point.
Watching like perimeter area, making sure
It's doing that R2D2 thing from
Yeah.
Phantom Menace.
I'll basically be also like watching the sensors and just like see if they're okay, and then also like general periphery so that nothing comes and does anything crazy.
With Sparky's decent dog programming, he lays down with his chin on his hands like that. But the gun is still up and out.
It's kind of like
As you join them
Every now and
downstairs.
again, one of his paws twitches in that cute way. But it's very mechanical.
it's like
The tail just kind of goes whoop.
Like a windshield wiper.
Whoop. So as you all come downstairs to join the rest of your party, there is an Isoki with our baby Vesk diving into piles of metal.
I want to find enough scrap pieces that I take the nuts and bolts he gave me and make a friendship bracelet out of it.
You can roll engineering.
20.
Okay, it's easy. Yeah, you get it.
4 nuts, 3 bolts.
No, it's a gift.
3 nuts, 3 bolts.
No nuts, no bolts. You just have it. And you wear it.
Dives back into the metal.
I'm uncomfortable.
The Sheeran is kind of standing uncomfortably, watching this display, making notes if something gets thrown out of the pile.
Captain, I found a prosthetic foot in case you lose yours.
Well, let's leave that here. That's not on the highest top
But look,
of
it
the
still has
list.
some skin attached.
Right, I don't time slot.
That's an attractive skin.
Put it away.
That's great.
I think I'm just running around like watching.
You get in your mind fancy meeting another one of us here. And on a pile, one of the neatly organized ones, there is a Lashunta woman in overalls with a mechanic's kind of smock over, covered in grease, sitting taking a break, drinking out of
What kind
a
of
canteen.
She's the sexy one.
She's
Yeah. Delilah Lashunta.
she's doing work way below her station.
Some people do that.
I send back, how lovely to meet you. And I in our language, I guess, and I go
She-
up and greet her and
Yeah,
whatever
so she
the
hops down from the panel.
traditional Lashunta greeting.
Well, what brings you all the way out here?
Well, we were on a mission and then mysteriously lost our drift drive. So now we're just trying to get around to find a new one. I hear that you're new to this area as well.
I am 3 months. It feels like forever, but to them, I'm basically a newborn at this point. Luckily, none of them know how to do a dang thing with the mechanic piece, so I'm useful.
What brought you out here?
Adventure.
Adventure. You getting much of that on this space station?
I made a bad choice.
Well, it sounds like exciting things happen in this area occasionally.
Are they having a completely mental conversation?
she started speaking regularly. I think it's
Captain,
kind
we
of.
can keep her too.
I'd say it's rude when there are non-Lashuntas around, you know. So
Seriously.
Sorry,
How are
below
you?
your station.
I'm
Now-
so sorry for the whirlwind that is Raga in your engineering room.
oh, you can't make it any worse.
Don't say that.
Yeah, he'll take it as a challenge.
You know, I don't think I have a drive, but if I can get the captain to part with some of his core, I might be able to help you build one.
That would be great. We are definitely willing to trade. Hopefully we have something that you guys would also need.
See what I can do. And she'll.
We have a toaster oven / pilot you could have.
No, you can't have, you can't have it.
No, you could
The
have.
ship starts powering up in me.
Look at what has happened!
No, I put a kill switch on that thing immediately.
Jesus.
And now it's just drifting off.
Into the drift. Oh no!
Oh, we should sense motive her too. Maybe, right?
I mean, you're so good at it, you might as well.
21 plus 6 is 27.
It's real weird that she's here. I mean, like, just you know that.
Adventure.
Yeah, at Lashunta, if they're gonna go somewhere, they don't usually go alone. Like, you're a social group of people. So usually, if they're gonna go on an adventure, they're going for a purpose with a group, like with another group. But she's been friendly. I mean, like, nothing about her comes off as she's also dirty.
And she's not like being held captive. I'm not like getting the sense that.
She seemed perfectly fine. I mean,
Okay.
you get the idea that the next transport that comes through, she's not staying.
Okay.
But she's here of her own volition. It's just that nobody's come through, so she's been stuck because of that. But
Well, maybe she wants to come with us if we
We do
build
have-
it.
We do have passenger cabins. Just saying.
Awesome. Okay, I feel like. Is there anything else we need to ask about right now?
Have you had any travelers from the other Vesk planet in the region?
well, we're a little lucky in where we are, just in that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know you have a traveling companion from Vesk. That's totally fine. But the actual Veskarum itself and our people have never been quite eye to eye. But because of how devoid the planet's been of resources, we don't ever see them on this side.
What's wrong with Vesk?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with Vesk, little guy. It's just they have a very militaristic worldview, and they like to take what they find.
Yeah, when I grow up, I'm going to be a warlord. We're pirates
Oh.
now.
No, we're not pirates now.
Oh, we're not pirates.
We are
now.
not looking to pillage or. Goodness.
That is very reassuring.
I mean, Rug is obviously a child. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like.
He's got a big imagination.
She's
That's my dad. / maybe mom? I've never been quite sure.
I look really uncomfortable.
there's a lot to unpack here. it seems.
Oh, you have no idea.
I know I have too many arms, but I was born wrong.
God.
I think you look just right, and she ruffles the top of your hair. As I'll say another perception, if that's okay. I know I make you guys roll perception a lot, but I like perception. There's things I want to tell you, and I want to know if you see them or not.
It's a 24 for me.
16.
18.
18.
Okay, it was all pretty easy. There are more cameras down here.
Oh, sure.
So it's kind of a similar thing where they're following the movement. So they're on your clump of people. They kind of circle the room, come back to the clump and wait. Circle the room, come back to the clump of people and wait.
And this is how cameras normally operate, or is this weird?
I mean, they're very focused on you.
Okay.
It would make sense that they're focused on you.
And who is
Your
watching?
living forms, but
Yeah, this is what I want to know. Who's watching these cameras?
I know you said, was it Jim Off was on duty? I'm sorry, I'm reading.
I wrote Joe Moff. I'm
Joe
not
Moff.
sure if
Joe
that's
Moff.
right.
Joe Moff was on
Oh,
duty.
yeah,
What
yeah,
exactly is he doing?
well, he's he and Fink and Resh all kind of take turns playing the whole security officer role. So there's not a lot out here, but they sure are worried that there will be something.
You couldn't ask anything better from your security officers.
And, I mean, with all of this wealth to steal, who wouldn't be worried?
Have a lot of resources, certainly.
Can I make her a friendship bracelet too?
Sure.
Aw.
I don't make one for the Sheeran.
Aw. Just
It was
because he hasn't
19 plus
talked?
11, 30.
What?
19 plus 11. 30.
Okay. It's a really nice one. You actually find enough brass and silver alternating pieces, or iron alternating pieces, that you make a little pattern out of it. Oh, that's just
Now you're an honorary Vesk warrior.
See, this is how he gets you.
He's gonna try to make you a cage next.
Battery eats your cancer off. Walk away.
Okay.
Fink is gonna live with us now.
Oh, that's really fine. I wouldn't mind.
Make sure I got the name right.
If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna go get myself cleaned up. Did you have any more questions before I go? I mean, are you staying a little bit?
I think we will be sharing a meal, yes.
Okay.
What happened to the previous mechanic?
I don't. I'm honestly not entirely sure. There wasn't one when I got here.
We really need to get
Thank
you
you.
Sound of Truth. What happened to the previous mechanic?
When I got here, Buzz told me they'd been without one for a little while. I think I don't know if he ever told me why I should. I don't mean to be rude. I haven't done a lot of what's the word? Socializing with this particular group of people.
Is it because they're not very social?
Just not a lot to talk about when you spent most of your life or most of the last few years just doing this.
I guess that's true. You are a diverse group, though. Everybody's coming from slightly different backgrounds.
2 of my best friends live here.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, we have Resh and Jomoff both came off of Absalom. Buzz is a little quiet about where he came from.
He's in love with our friend.
You're friends with Portalda?
Yeah,
We
best friends.
She helped us recently, yes. She's wonderful.
One of the first things that Buzz asked me when I got here was if I'd been down to the planet yet.
Did he seem like he had hoped that you had been down to the planet?
Or was hoping that I was going.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm all right. Thank you, little one. I appreciate the offer.
She needs to go get cleaned up. Thank you. Give us to Mike. Thank you so much. Feel free to clean up. Any space rations that you're particularly partial to? Because I think we're gonna bring a party platter.
If you have any of the green,
It's a green.
I'll try to get some of that green.
thank you. And she heads up the stairs.
Nice. Okay, so now we're just with Rash right now.
Yeah, Rash and then Fink is still. He's kind of. He got a little. He looks a little dejected that he got. They're no longer together going through it, so he's kind of absently just sorting it while he listens to the conversation.
I run back over.
Okay. But Resh just kind of stands awkwardly and stares at you all.
Do you talk?
He pulls a hand up to his chest and presses a little button. Goes, in a matter of speaking, I can.
Okay.
Ooh, that's fascinating. How long have you had that?
I do not remember a time without it.
I'm sorry, do they normally
Is this a
have some
thing
sort
that
of
all
voice box
Sheeran
thing?
have?
I think that so Sheeran don't have
Telepathic,
normal
right?
mouths,
Oh.
yeah. So with generally speaking, with the world, it's oftentimes considered rude to just pop into somebody's head without permission. So there are Sheeran, especially if you're away from a central planet that would be used to that have
So this
technology
isn't super
basically.
weird for us.
No, I mean, if you were closer into the belt, it would be, or if you're closer into the core worlds, it'd be weird. But out here, I'd say no. It's not something you haven't seen before.
Are we making you uncomfortable being in your space? I smile really red. Like, I'm so happy to be talking to you.
Makes a little like noise. I am never uncomfortable with customers.
Excellent. Was it your voice that was on the recording?
I was on entry duty in that moment, yes.
But it's a recording, is it not?
The recording is Buzz, but I take over after the fact.
Oh, excellent. All right, I guess we'll sense motive again.
Okay.
I was just to say, can I do that too?
Sure.
Okay, 15 plus 6 is 21.
Nothing he said is a lie.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a little blank. Not a ton going on.
Is that normal for Sharon? Like, are they a bit standoffish in that way?
No. I mean, they're independent usually, but they're not necessarily like blank, and it just isn't emoting at all. Like, there's no depth to anything that he's saying. It's all true as far as as far as he seems like he believes himself, whatever he's saying. He's not said anything strange or outlandish. He hasn't tried to transition to psychic speak at all. But
okay.
Yeah.
And this station is very large, right? Like, I couldn't accidentally go into a door and be like, whoops, what's this?
So it's pretty small, but when I say pretty small, like, there's a large central disc of a room with several rooms leading off of it.
Sure.
And
that's we're in the disc part. We're in the
right
one
now
of the
you're,
rooms.
You're below. You're on. So I'm sorry, I'm not doing a good job explaining this. There's a disc in the center. There's rooms leading off of it, like where the captain went to go get the little thing for you. And then there was a stairway going down below the disc, and there would be another stairway going up above the disc. So it's kind of a rectangle going in either direction. You are in the below, which seems to be a cargo hold. Yeah, there you go.
We are in the sub disc.
Yes, in the cargo hold.
So this is
Below.
the main one. The
So-
ship is over here somewhere.
Yeah, and everything's probably locked anyway, so I probably couldn't like sneak it anywhere.
Please don't administration.
Sure.
My lot.
But I can't even send you like a mental message like about anything because you'll just blurt it out or some craziness.
I know how to
Okay.
take some secrets.
Do you?
History has taught us many things.
Don't tell Raga what we're doing.
Mhm.
Ever. Well, unless you need the ship fixed. That's all I'm going for.
Right. We need you for that always.
Or something even.
I like that.
Ugh. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go back and check on Dex and give him an update and perhaps pull together some stuff for our meal, unless you have something.
Well, I'm just saying you could just communicate.
I know, but I also kind of want to be off the station.
Oh.
For...
Yeah, I see. Captain, I see you are returning to the ship. Have we been successful?
If you mean by successful, do we have a drift drive? Not yet, but we have made some interesting interpersonal connections.
So nothing.
Nothing that you would be interested in, unfortunately, but we're all alive so far.
I'll be prepared for emergency maneuvers, I assume. I don't know. Just tell me whenever if you need me.
Thank you for staying
Kind of
on the
remind me
ship.
of Marvin from Hitchhiker's
Oh,
Guide to
yeah.
the Galaxy.
I'll make that the theme.
Captain, it seems like they've all been forthright with us. Do you think it's a good idea to tell them of our experience over the last few days?
Well, my inclination is to tell them, yes. But I don't know if we have enough information to know what their motives are. It seems like, what other motives could they have? They're stuck on the station.
Perhaps they are also looking for a way of leaving.
That's possible, too. Okay, so do we go back to the ship or?
Oh yeah, I was going back with
Okay.
you. Yep.
All right, we're back on the ship.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull together some tasty green rations to bring with us back.
And am I remembering it right or not? Did y'all bring any of the junk from the planet?
We brought all of the extra junk
Okay.
in the cargo hold.
Okay.
Because you said that we could use that to trade.
Okay.
which is, I mean, that's a good thing that we did that, I guess.
Because I was assuming I was going to have to, like, completely redo the inside of a ship. So I brought all of the important innards from our old ship.
Okay.
And we put it on a sledge, and we, like, that's ours.
Instead, all you had to do was fix a window and clean out some bodies.
Yes. No, but that was very, I mean, we have plenty of extra scrap, though. So.
Okay.
So I print out a manifest of all that extra stuff so they can take a look at it, see if they want any of that. Yeah, there's a printer on this thing, right?
Oh, we can upload it to that little weird tablet thing he gave us.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Where are we getting paper in space?
I don't know.
It's space paper.
It's
Okay.
digi-structed.
I made it out of someone's skin.
Do we have any kind of
I don't have
handheld
any skin.
computers?
I mean, you all have your communicators, like basic.
Well, what
we
does
can
that do? Does it
transfer
just
information.
communicate?
No, I mean, it'll
audio
be a
or-
basic PDA kind of deal.
Little smartphone. Bada boom.
So think email and texting as opposed to printouts.
Okay.
Remember the old Palm Pilots? Those are the old ones.
I get it, guys. I just,
Oh, sorry.
I just want to know.
So there are these things.
Okay, so you put transistors on a chip. And
Oh my god.
Let us
And then-
mansplain a few more things to you.
Getting into Moore's law.
So there's this guy called Steve Jobs.
So wait, hold on. The world was created back in,
But like, what is the cloud?
Cumulus or Nimbus?
I like Stradnimbus.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Just
I'm
stop
sorry.
I like the little grumpy rain clouds.
Little grumpy ones.
Yeah, like the little ones.
I like the ones that are like, it's like a flat, it's like a flat plane of clouds that look like a quilt. So
Where we go?
Anyways,
okay,
so we're
Anything
doing
else we should
a digital printout, basically.
Sure.
Like, yes.
just some sort of
An info
list that they can look
packet.
You
at.
prepare an info
An info packet.
I liked Manifest. Yeah.
But not everything. Is there anything we should leave off of the info packet?
I think any junk we brought from the planet is probably fair game. None of the systems on the ship. I think Raga wouldn't forgive us if those left.
Good point.
Cool, but we brought a bunch of the extra parts.
Yeah, but I'm saying don't put anything from the
I
ship
showed
on there.
Fink all of that,
Do you take Fink on the ship?
No. Remember we were going over all the stuff I had?
Oh, yes.
Well, he's seen it, but he doesn't know if we can trade with it.
Yeah.
Well, and this is a list of stuff that we're able to part
trading,
with.
yeah.
I'm also
So,
assuming that Fink is some kind of like young Sheeran or something.
I hope so. Exactly.
The little rat person is a young bug person.
I don't know.
Oh, it's
A
like
young football turns
wretches.
into a lizard man.
Well, when Fink was a lot like you, I was like, there's 5 people on the space station, and there's 5 of us, so maybe he's gonna make it to where these are all our doubles. But anyway,
We don't have any humor.
that's
Buzz
true.
is a human. Oh, you don't have any humans. That's
Yeah,
true.
but anyway.
And the Sheeran is kind of like Cash. We haven't met Jomoff. Jomoff is a big, tough bruiser.
Maybe.
Mm.
And I guess the toaster is kind of like Buzz in that it lies.
And then
I don't know what you guys are talking about. They're telling the truth.
So much
Okay. So
But when I shared that with you too, because you didn't catch that, right? That when
No,
we
No,
went
he
out.
was like, no, they're all perfect.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
all
also,
telling
by the
truth.
way, okay, so I told that too when we were on
Oh.
the ship.
Good to know.
Oh yeah, because you were like, they seem to be fine.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that opportunity. Okay, all right,
we're back on the ship now.
yeah, let's
Okay.
do that.
Did you leave the airlock open or closed when you went back on the ship?
Let's
Closed
close it
again?
again. Yeah.
Well, I'm with Fink, so
Oh, you're back. You're staying on the station.
me and Fink have a giant. What? Why would we ever?
It is
I don't know what you're doing.
No, these
Okay.
two went back to the ship.
Yeah.
I
We
think
went back to the
Marquisos is
ship.
still
He's
So
with us.
wherever you're at, I am.
Okay. So you two are with Dex.
Yep. No, and we just left. He locked the airlock
Okay.
as we're leaving.
Mhm.
So we're going back on the space station, right?
Yeah, because we just
Okay.
picked up the manifest, so now we're going
Got it.
back on the space station.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, we need to keep a small amount of scrap for repairs should anything occur.
You're right. Thank you, Dex.
What's going on?
Oh, it's just the stream. It's just somebody was like, Blanca, we made some interpersonal relationships. Dex, that sounds awful. And then apparently we spent 30 minutes on the economics of papers in space, followed by 30 minutes sidebar on clouds while computing and meta.
What can you do? Hi guys.
So
Hi, Michael. Welcome.
Buzz meets you in that main open corridor again, coming out of the crew's quarters. Oh, glad to hear you're back. We thought you were all leaving for a second there. I know we're not the most interesting of folks, but we're glad you didn't push off immediately.
I wanted to put together an info packet on the items that we're able to trade. Nava seemed cautiously optimistic that we might be able to put together a drift drive, so pretty excited about that.
I mean, she would know best. Let's go have a seat and we'll get some food put together and we'll take a look through this manifest.
Excellent. We also brought rations to share.
Oh, that's too kind of here. We do get a little tired of the recycled, so it'd be nice to have something fresh.
Fresh is a generous adjective that we'll go with.
I did bring fresh grubs.
They are the green
Excellent.
ones.
We do have fresh grubs, should anybody be interested.
Right. Well, we'll have to see if anyone is. In the...
Fink likes them.
He does. He's already paid money. Well, not money, but you know.
Resh down in the hold with you all goes, it is roughly time for sustenance. If anyone cares to partake.
We have grubs. Keep digging.
Wait. Oh, all we need, we're downstairs, so okay, I didn't get that he left. Okay. We should go to dinner. Yes. Raga, don't make me count.
You don't want to eat?
Resh looks
One.
Oh, he's counting. Papa's counting.
Resh looks up at the camera and then just turns and walks up the stairs.
Can I sense? Perception, like
Sure,
what?
yeah.
Perception, yes. This is the good one.
Am I doing perception?
You want perception or sense motive? Because those are going to be two different things about the room.
Oof. Perception.
Okay. Just general about the space.
Yeah, it's a 9.
The space is nice.
There's a lot of junk. There's a lot of different ship parts. You can, with a 9, you can say that they're from a lot of different classes. There even are some like land things, so it wouldn't be abnormal.
Space.
Yeah, it's just lots of junk. Doesn't seem like a lot of this stuff would be worth very much, so they would have to do like a high volume of trade.
Mm-hmm.
The cameras move.
Yeah.
Mistos, I need to go to the bathroom. You told me not to say take a shit anymore.
Fink, can you wear...
Bathroom here. Jumps out, runs up the stairs.
I follow after him. Does he get way ahead of me?
A little bit. I mean, just that he's hustling.
Okay, but like he doesn't like wait for me?
No.
He doesn't? Okay. I would like to sneak off and try and hack this camera system.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So
See if you could find a panel first.
okay, what do I roll for that?
There's not an investigation, and this always drives me nuts.
You could add it.
I kind of want to. We'll talk about it after
You
this.
could do engineering as he's trying to
I think
go through and find like
where it would
true
make
analytics.
sense to be in a
Yeah.
plan. Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that.
That'd be a good one.
That's still a 12.
Okay. There are door panels spaced about.
Mhm.
They're not ideal, but they are part of the
Connected
ship's
to the
computer system.
Okay. I'll go to the bathroom and then hopefully that one doesn't have a camera and I can hack that one maybe.
The bathroom door panel. So okay, so go to the bathroom. Okay.
Fink, I'm not allowed to have people in here while I go poop.
I wasn't gonna try.
Okay.
He's sitting on the ground, and you see him. So we're just waiting outside the door, counting nuts and bolts that he has in his pockets.
All right.
Here is my moment.
Yes. Computers.
Yes. That seems really, really intense. Oh, that's a nat 20, so 28.
Yeah!
You're welcome.
Okay. With that, it's only 28. You only have plus 8 to computers? You have like plus 11 to computers? Is that what it is?
I
Cool.
have
Does
6.
nobody have computer
I have
panels?
+9.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Yeah, you
I'm a
can.
mechanic, computers engineers. That's all I do.
I'm feeling a lot of shame.
Are you computer shaming right now, Coulter? 'Cause I don't appreciate it.
Skill shaming?
I just want to go room.
Keep in mind, my plus 11 engineering is really high.
Okay.
True. That's
So
true.
as
Oh, no.
soon as you get in,
Okay.
and it's a pretty small screen. So from the screen, it's not super easy to see the broad views of the cameras, but you can see them.
Okay.
What do you want to look for? What do you want to do?
Well, I'm kind of trying to get so I'm trying to figure out if the cameras are automatic or if they're being purposely moved. Because everyone seems really concerned about the cameras, so I want to get as much information on the cameras as possible.
Okay. So with a nat 20, none of the cameras that are in rooms that there are people in are moving at all.
Okay.
It
So
seems
somebody's
that
making them look like they're moving automatically.
they appear to be following people.
Okay.
And you do know that there is somebody that's on security duty right now.
Yeah. Can I leave behind a back door for me to access this camera system in the future?
You roll computers again.
Yeah, sure. Somebody confirm it.
Very nice.
So yes, you can. You definitely can.
All right.
You're gonna be able to access it from planets.
Can
away.
I access the computers the cameras in the camera?
Okay, so from what you can see, there are not cameras in the camera room.
Okay. And I can't make them just look the other way?
You could.
Who watches?
No, I was making a joke about binoculars, turn them.
Oh, I see. Yes. Reverse. Yes. No, they don't work like that, unfortunately. And you see God.
Daddy.
No, but you leave a back door. From here, you could access these from any door panel in the ship now.
Okay. So I'm gonna drop a couple of grubs in the toilet and then flush it.
Outside from the ship, something opens and you see a little bit of liquid and grubs go spraying out into space.
Wait a minute! These ships just eject their waste into space?
What's not being used?
That's not cool.
If it didn't recognize the matter, then it was just getting rid of it.
Okay, I just mean in general, all these ships in space are just...
No, usually they turn the poop into food.
Okay.
So much worse.
No, it's at least we're not littering the galaxy.
Okay.
And then I come outside going
great in space? What?
Well, all the
25
moisture gets
kilos
sucked out,
lighter.
so it's just
Alright.
Fink scrapes up his nuts and bolts and puts them back in his pocket and hops up.
We should go to the mess.
What mess?
The mess hall.
Food.
Oh, no,
Mess
you're
food.
with them. I'm with Fink.
I stayed with you guys.
Oh, you didn't talk to Fink while I was in the bathroom?
Why would I talk to Fink?
Because he's such a conversationalist.
Mess food. Mess food.
I turn to him.
know.
Does he not? Do you?
I
He speaks.
tell him in Yosaki, Mikizos is very taciturn. He doesn't talk much.
Is there a Saki word for taciturn?
It's a very complex language.
Looking up at you.
Big man, little voice.
And then turns and walks away back to the center of the ship.
Wait, Fink!
Aww,
Just run after.
that's nice.
So Fink leads you back to the mess, where
I sit down right next to him, wherever he sits.
where we have the two of you, I assume, sitting at the table with Buzz looking over the manifest.
Yep.
I would have liked to think I was regaling him with a story, but I
I
don't
also
actually
wait
have
for
a
Nava
story.
to sit next to him.
Hmm?
I also want Nava to sit next to us.
Okay. I'll have she'll enter around now. Kind of cleaned up. She's dressed in more not formal clothing, but definitely much nicer than the mechanic clothes she was wearing before. It's clear that she's trying to make a good impression on the newcomers as she walks over and sits down next to you, wearing your bracelet still.
Oh,
She's cleaned it up a little bit to remove the oil and whatnot from it.
sure. And then I said to him, "You're a Vesk? I thought you were a and that was funny.
Burst out laughing. Real deep, hearty belly laugh.
Excellent.
Well,
Captain, I don't understand.
If I have to make deliciousness rolls, she should have to make bad jokes.
What's that,
I'll tell you
diplomacy?
what. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
How well you could.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
D6
nice,
to that.
nice.
I can add a d6 to a 2 if I wanted to. So, 21 plus 3, 24.
Well,
For this hilarious joke story.
I'd say, with the time you've given me, you deserve a discount. I'm not going to give you one, but you do deserve one.
Well, that's what counts. Is what I deserve.
Why would
See
you
if I
want
can
to
get
get
you.
discs?
What?
No, it's not.
Discount.
Oh,
See if I can get you a 3% under the table.
I appreciate
Just don't tell Bug Boy over there.
it.
And the Resh turn around, holding a plate of food, just looks directly at Buzz, and then turns back to continue putting the food together.
Sense motive! Can I do that on just a look?
I think it's pretty obvious that Rest just doesn't like that.
That's probably what I think too. Oh yeah. Fine. Gotta add that d6. Okay, so it's 12.
Yeah, they have a little bit of this decorum. Buzz is like a big, loud, pretty talkative dude. Resh doesn't really like talking at all. So it seems like they probably just, like, jab each other sometimes. It's not
Okay.
nothing.
It wasn't like, shut up, dude. You're
No.
gonna
It
tell
was just
him.
like a fuck you for calling me Bug Boy.
Oh, okay.
And then goes back to what he's doing.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
So it was funny because he wasn't a Vesk?
Yeah, because he was a dead
Vesk are funny.
I still don't understand.
Well,
I
I'll
think it
tell
was
you,
funny because they were both lizards.
Oh.
I've never met me a funny Vesk.
You still won't.
Oh no, Raga's pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's you're not trying to be funny. Anyway.
I do know a joke. What did the catalytic converter say to the heat exchange while they were processing carbon?
What?
011001?
He nods. Well,
That was a good
that
one.
was quite something there.
Raga's so dirty.
Well, it is a carbon exchange.
You're right.
There's the beeping of
Did Fink also laugh?
Fink laughed under the table. If there's a kind of a sound of a beep, 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 kind of as the doors being open, and a ksh, and in walks a Kasatha. So tall, very pale skin, elongated head, wearing a bandana over the face, and they have 4 arms. Otherwise, they're humanoid.
Common?
Less, but yes. He
You would have seen Kasala before.
I know, but I've never talked to one before.
He walks around the table to the captain, not saying anything to anybody else, and says, "Captain, the voice on this one has not been determined yet."
That's okay.
Captain, Captain, the ship is secure as far as I can tell. No other vessels are approaching.
When he said ship, did he mean our ship or does he mean the station?
Oh, can I?
Hmm?
Can I roll to see which ship you meant? Would I be able to?
I feel like that distinction would be like a little bit difficult. I mean, you guys can ask them if you want, but I feel like telling that on a sense motive might be tough. Because it'd be the same motive with either reference.
So I kind of like make eye contact with the Kasatha. Doing 2 things at once, right? Because we have multiple arms, so we do multiple things.
Captain, may I take my break? Talks to Buzz. Sorry, I'm so used to looking at you.
I just wanted to make sure you were looking at me. I was just like, is it me? No,
Turns to the captain, says, Captain, may I take my mess break?
Blanca's like, of course.
Are you sure you don't want to join us? Or no, he's wanting to join us, right? That's why he's asking. Okay.
The Resh starts to set places at each of the tables as Buzz tells him that he can take his break. And it is a mix of both their food and yours. So there is the green on the table. Nava looks up at you approvingly and kind of gives you a little wink of, oh yes, finally the good stuff.
Is there a basket of my grub on the table? Or they've all escaped at this point?
There aren't any grubs. Did you give them grubs to make as well? Did you give them that was part of the food package?
How many grubs do you have?
I had a whole basket.
He was going to have a grub farm.
And I'm assuming they're alive, so like I'm
Just keep
breeding
mating.
those things.
Say that's what the lounge is for, right?
Just
Yikes. Sure, we brought some of those, I guess. Not all of them, but some of them to share.
There's still some of the farm, though. I'll keep track of them.
Wonderful. It's good to meet you. How has your day on security been?
Uneventful.
Really? Because all of us jokers just showed up.
Takes one of the grubs off the table, carefully lifts his bandana, and puts the grub underneath the bandana. You kind of hear a chewing sound as the grub disappears.
Okay. What's their mouth look like?
No one knows.
No one
You have-
knows.
Not made the day terribly interesting, so I cannot tell you. Oh, I'm sure the captain appreciates your presence, but as long as you don't make any trouble, it's not particularly interesting for me.
I like you.
So you like trouble?
I don't like trouble, but it is interesting.
That's true. I can see that.
Nikisos, I forgot to wash my hands. Like, jump down and run back to that bathroom.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Because everyone's here now, right?
Yeah.
that we know of.
So I'm going to check
Yeah.
to see who's watching the
You have-
cameras.
Buzz between Cash and Blanca. You have, I think you sat with,
Fink.
next to her.
Yeah.
Which is funny, the Lashunta that was so excited to see her, Lashunta's now several seats away. And then Resh and Jomoff are kind of filling in the gap there with you on the other side. Okay, go ahead.
I just want to see if the cameras are being monitored.
None of them are moving.
None of them? Okay, I'm going to set, if it's okay, I'm going to set them to record this empty everyone in one space.
Okay.
In case we need to move them later.
So now, you can see that there are cameras in the mess. So be careful when you loop.
Or move the cameras.
Can I move the mess cameras to where they're like pointing at to where you can't see us?
But then it'll be obvious with
Yeah,
camper.
because no one should be moving them and you're moving them.
Right, but everything else you could record though.
Yeah.
Because the mess you
Will
would
probably
never
be
the
empty
mess.
if
Yeah.
they're. Yeah. Okay, so I'll record everything but the mess cameras.
Okay.
And I'll store them on Sparky.
Okay. And you stayed on the ship with Sparky, right?
Yeah, so Sparky's getting in reverse.
Okay.
I'm going to jump on the communication. Hey, Dex!
Yes.
Hey, I'm looping through a camera feed. If you could monitor for us from there, make sure nobody's doing anything they're not supposed to.
Sure.
I don't know. I
Very
get the
eventful
definite
here.
feeling that we're going to fall into some kind of maniacal trap at any moment.
I'll watch your back from here then.
And we are pirates now. Just make sure. Like, if you can find violence or something.
My tail twitches.
I kind of like,
Stop saying that.
sure. Very well.
Which
I'll
is
hang
a-
up and I'll immediately call the captain, like, we are not pirates now.
What?
And then,
Is there a way to communicate without everyone in the mess here?
I was like, that came off the comm in the room. Conversation stops.
we are not pirates.
Well, good to
Thank you,
have,
Dex.
good to have that confirmed.
I just
I send you a mental message like, what is Raga doing?
Nava's sitting there just laughing quietly, trying to hide it by eating.
Also, the camera in the mess.
No!
I was not told
You
it.
didn't
Yes,
tell me
I-
that too.
Dromoff looks up immediately, straight into the camera.
God damn it, Dex.
He, without breaking eye contact with the camera, pushes back from the table and walks out of the mess.
But as he's starting to walk away, I was like, "You do not need to worry. I will monitor the station for you." I'm trying to basically.
What are you?
I want to do a diplomacy check to try and
Sure.
But it's like, don't worry.
Go right ahead.
I'm watching your back.
Don't
That's what I'm
worry.
aiming for.
Buzz-
Here goes all of my D20s.
Can we
just
silence?
wasted.
Buzz is looking at you a little bit questioningly. And
I
is
walk
kind of
back
tensed.
into the mess, dripping wet.
I grab you and shake you.
What happened to you?
Wait, so our
Wash my
comps just like
hands.
just splat.
I washed my hands.
I mean, if you're sitting there with it and you buzzed through to her,
Can we retcon that if he didn't know it was going to happen?
either way, the camera moved.
Yes.
Yeah, the camera moved.
Also,
Got up and walked out of the room.
we can't retcon that.
Yeah, no, the camera's moving. Like I was just like, all right, let me see what I'm doing here.
Okay.
I'll just let him leave the room then.
Okay. Are you sure?
I sent him the camera feed, not the controls to the camera. I said specifically I'm looping through the camera feed.
Choices were made. We're good with it.
No retcon.
I'm fine with it. So Buzz is looking a little bit kind of concerned at this point. And
Diplomacy.
Where did your mouth go?
I will do nothing then, as I just kind of like.
Diplomacy or lies?
I will like kind of like leave the camera on just
Sit
kind
on
of
the
like,
throne of
recognize it, but I will watch
lies.
him go
I actually
through the
have
cameras to
it.
find out where the security room is.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good call.
roll computers? Yeah, give me computers. We'll see if we can follow that.
Like 16?
Okay. You can follow the path pretty easily. It's just on the other.
12. I thought I had a higher computer.
You lose track of him partway through, but you can tell it's on the disc. It's on the central disc.
Center this. Cool.
Diplomacy.
I feel like I should say something here, but I.
It is dead silent around the table.
Great.
Just tell them that we're all idiots.
I got a 16, so oh man, just you know what it's like dealing with a ragtag crew of real talented misfits.
Nava chimes in and goes, Captain, they're really harmless, I promise you. From the stats on that ship, there's no way that they would be here to do you any damage. And
I scoop Raga up and just start like,
I'll have you.
the captain looks over to Nava and back to you.
It is a new ship where we're just running on the edge of space here. Sorry.
Because of the name of that ship, I'm gonna let this slide, but under the table discount is off of the table.
Totally understand.
well, technically it was never on the table, so.
I do like a weird fake laugh, but it's like, see, I told you Vesk were funny.
But he is a Vesk.
Buzz,
How is that?
No, Vesk are funny.
Buzz looks up at Resh, kind of gives him a little bit of a look, and then joins in the laughter.
Oh, good.
I'm eating off of Makizo's plate because he's holding me.
Resh, without finishing, gets up, takes his plate to the counter, and walks out of the room as well.
What's the
My airlock
planet
is
that
sealed.
Lucian from?
Hmm?
What's the planet that Lucian from? Castroville?
Yeah.
I knew. Okay, so Nava, what part of Castroville are you from?
I am from the
Town.
capital.
I also am from the capital.
What a coincidence.
It's like we only know one city.
Strange. Who would have guessed?
It's like New York. The planet is just one big.
Castroville, Coruscant, you know.
Did you spend most of your childhood there?
I did. My family liked to vacation in the 7th district. So there was a lot of camping and things.
Fun.
Yes.
My parents like that as well, mostly to toughen me up a little bit. They really wanted from an early age for me to be as tough as possible. See how well that turned out. But I got this vest here to keep me safe.
I grab Raga. Be nice.
I go back and sit next to
Raga,
him, passing him some of Mikizo's food to think.
Every time he's paying attention to the conversation and just keeps taking it and putting it
into his cheek pouches.
But just because we're live doesn't mean we're not formidable.
Exactly. I tell that to these guys all the time.
Will any of you ever plan on going back to your home planets?
No.
It's understandable. I doubt you'd be here if you were.
Yeah.
Maybe when I'm older and my arms fall off.
We're really never gonna tell him.
I
I send a messenger. No, please don't.
And was it Cash?
Yes, Cash.
And will you return home?
No, I have a calling out here to find out what happened in the thing that I forgot.
Gap.
In the gap. Nice.
The Gap. That's years ago.
Also, Cash doesn't really like humans.
Humans don't really like me.
Buzz reaches over and slaps you on the back. Well, I'm a little uncomfortable with this whole situation, but I can tell you so far I like you fine.
He's an excellent officer.
uncomfortable.
Camera moved, security officer left. I don't know what's exactly happening
It's
out
not our
there,
fault.
The camera moved? Rebecca asks questioningly.
Nava jumps right back in and goes, and Castrovel, do you think you'll ever return to Castrovel?
I have to go wash my tail.
Are you really leaving?
Well, if you stop me, I will.
I'm going to stop you. Okay.
You give me the captain look, and I
No more.
sit back down.
No more. I'd love to. I'd love to see my parents again.
She's the
But
captain.
We'll see where this, again, like you were saying, adventure, we'll see where this adventure takes us all. And you never know, it might not ever cross to Castrovel again. But it's nice because we can be in communication still.
Oh. That's good that you can still... Yes.
Oh, I'm asking the DM. So
Oh, sorry.
Whenever you're done with this interaction.
Well, that's good that you're still in touch. I haven't been in touch with the homeworld in a while now, so it's good to hear that things are still moving along.
Communication-wise, is that actually not likely that I'd be in contact with them anymore?
I would say you probably can't reach them out this far in the drift, but most places you could.
Oh,
Can I sense motive on that?
Oh, excuse me. What's next?
One at a time.
You're asking a question about something else, though.
Yeah, can I type a message through Sparky to Dex?
Sure.
Okay. Sparky suddenly turns to Dex and goes, "Don't move cameras, Bork."
Bork.
And there's like playground of ones where no one were in. I was like, sense motive?
Yeah.
Sure.
I should probably do that too. I keep forgetting.
Just every round.
You know what? I'm
Yeah.
watching too.
15.
What?
15.
There's a little bit of sadness there. That's kind of all you can get.
26.
It's probably been a long time since she's talked to home, and it seems like she doesn't really have an inkling to, but she misses it.
Okay.
If you want, we can take you to Castrovel.
Oh no! I don't need to go back.
Very
to
reasonable
Castrovel.
rates.
When did we start? Just simmering in my seat.
New passengers, let's talk about that before we extend invitations.
But we have to make money.
That's true. We will continue keeping that as a priority.
Give me a perception.
DX. Alone.
11.
Okay.
Well, Sparky's there. Nothing. You're fucking 11.
You hear a sound as if one of the doors within the ship is opened. It's not super clear what door it is, but it's just the sound of one of the automatic. That's not a good ship noise.
It was so slurpy.
Always are.
You're on a sheer vessel. Everything's very
We
wet.
just lubed them.
That's why I keep all the peanut butter.
Then you would know what? You just hear a shh as one of the doors either opened or closed.
I'll make sure that, because I'm still like sitting up at the bridge, so I'll kind of go over, make sure that that door is sealed, locked, and just kind of go, please leave my ship.
The bridge door is still closed.
Oh no,
so
but I'm going to like go on the intercom, like, please leave my ship.
No responses.
You're not gonna be like,
I will open,
Oh, you're polite. Okay.
I will
He
harness.
said please.
I will wait for it. If I do not hear another ship, like, if you do not leave the ship, I will harness the power of the doors.
No responses.
That means opening the airlock in every other door. Other
The
than
airlock
here.
is currently attached to.
Yeah, I could just.
It wouldn't hurt him.
I would just expose
Sparky.
the entire thing to
My
space.
grub farm!
But everything inside.
The
of it.
grub farm is in the
grass!
grub farm's in the bridge right there. They're safe.
Can I detect magic again?
Sure.
Do I see anything?
boo.
Nothing.
You get telltale Lashunta buzzes whenever she sends a message or vice versa, but nothing
Okay.
beyond that.
I was also ready. Captain, I believe someone had just boarded the ship.
We need to
Thank
get
you, Dex.
we need to get subvocal microphones.
Has somebody gone on our ship that you know?
Who are you asking? Sorry.
The Buzz.
Buzz? None of mine are
Nice.
leaving this. He stands up
Let's
from
go.
the table.
Okay. We're gonna go check it out. Mike, you're with me? Everybody can come though, of course, if you want.
I have to go now. Apparently, we're gonna have to kill your family.
You're going to have to what?
What?
Clog up. Bye, Fink. Best friends forever.
At this point, I mean, Nava and Fink both get up to follow because now something's happening.
Yeah.
So I'm
As
being held and like, oh, Fink, you came back.
Captain, should I open the airlock and kill the person with the void of space?
Well, the airlock is
Not
connected
yet.
to the
No,
space
you
station.
can just detach.
Right, but
So,
for us to
as
dock
you-
again, they have to allow us to dock again.
as you
Open the cargo bay door.
Yeah, no, like
Wait.
basically, I would vent. I would
What?
vent oxygen from.
as you walk into the main as you walk into that main disc where you have the connection to the ship, that's the door that's open. You can see it clear as day across the hall. The door into the ship is open.
Into our ship.
With the connection.
Is Sparky still there?
Sparky's in the
should've gotten-
bridge, I thought.
No, he was sitting by the.
He was in front of
Then
the
you see
cargo.
Sparky on the other side of the door looking
He
at
would
you.
have gotten a perception check.
And you do go right ahead.
But was
Were
he
you
since
looking
you
through him at that point?
texted the message to Dex though?
Yeah.
Because I thought he was on the bridge because you got the message through to Dex
I'm
to
hanging
stop
out on
moving
the
the
bridge.
cameras.
Yeah, but I think he would have been able to hear it.
Well, I mean, if he's sitting in front of the door, he just saw the door open.
He just saw the door open. No one came in. Okay.
Go ahead and roll engineering, and you guys can either roll engineering or computers.
15.
22.
Oh, sorry, you don't have. Yeah,
I mean, I can.
Nice.
If it's computers, 26.
Okay.
I'm gonna nat 20. So.
the ship cannot depart if the door is down. Like, it will not allow it to disconnect from the.
So this lock, is there two doors? There's one door on the station and one door on our ship, and both doors are open. Okay, and you're saying that if with our door open, we couldn't detach.
No.
Okay.
What about-
Basically, this is pretty standard for whatever station you ever dock on. If either of the doors are open, then they're locked.
Okay.
If
So-
both of the doors go up, it unlocks and you can then.
we can't leave right now, even if we wanted to.
So maybe somebody just opened the door so we
To
couldn't
keep us
leave,
here.
or someone's invisible.
Well, they're gonna
Or
like
both.
someone's invisible. That's
Or
fun.
both.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's go up to Sparky.
I will just have my weapon ready.
I introduced Sparky to Fink.
Everybody's a little jumpy right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
That would be
Okay.
a bad time to tie Fink up so we can take him with us.
Do you know what Mike would do to you?
Fink started to take a couple steps away.
I didn't say that out loud.
I know, he's still
I'm just saying.
seeing the door open, seeing the dog with the gun poised. Fink starts to step back from...
No. Dog is our friend. My friend. See, watch.
He walks over to stand beside Buzz.
The Sparky goes, Fink. No, Fink, best friend, Bork.
He looks up at Buzz. Now, what exactly is the meaning of this whole thing? You're getting into my camera systems. You're locking yourself to my ship.
We're certainly not trying to get anything past you. We just are looking for the drift.
Well, I'm telling you what, if you try it or not, you're not going to do it. You're not going to get anything past me.
We're not trying to get anything past you. We're now interested.
You're
Just
the
as
one
interested
who opened the
as you.
door on our ship.
I didn't know such thing.
Yeah, sure, we got control of the cameras, but
Sense
you opened
motive.
the door.
I also do like the general knowledge of you guys are still on the station.
Nat 20.
Nat 20? He did not open the door on your ship.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
So at this point, there's Nava, Buzz, and the
Fink.
Yasaki Fink. Jomoff left, and
Resh is also not being seen.
Resh was left in
Resh
there too?
left the mess at one point, yeah.
Okay. And so then all of us are here except for Dex. Okay. If you could please call your other two officers here. I will call Dex here so we can both see that we're all here and accounted for. And then talk together to determine what happened. Diplomacy.
And can we close the doors?
Oh boy. I'm freaking out too.
Nobody's tried.
Well, once I knew the doors were open, I would have been like trying to close it.
Sure. Nothing happens. It's like it moves and then sticks, moves and then sticks, but nothing goes up. As you do that, the door registers that it closed. It's sitting there open.
I message Dex and I tell him, we're not able to close the door right now. Can you come to the loading dock?
So it says to me that it's still open.
So the system says that it's closed, but you can see that it is open.
Very well. But I like have all my gear and I'm like take a few steps back, have the door open for the bridge. I'm making my way down.
What?
At
Everyone
this
is
point,
so jumpy.
Buzz is standing there, kind of in a shooting stance with his hand on his hip,
I bet.
waiting.
Okay, so this is our entire crew. We're all here. Can you please call your other officers?
Looks over at Fink. Fink pulls up his comm.
Jomoff, ref. Main room, please.
So I tell another joke. I'm trying to ease the tension in here.
So Resh comes out of another room. You can't see what's behind the door in there. No Jomoff, but Resh comes back into the room and walks forward just with his hands clasped in front of him.
Okay. I have a detect thoughts that I can cast once a day. Do I want to use it now or do I want to wait until the Carpathian comes back?
I get the feeling he is the one who has
Cassandra.
entered our ship.
What did you say?
I get the feeling he is the one who has entered our ship.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one that left. All right, I'll wait. I'm gonna wait.
Where's your forearm man?
He has refused to leave the security console.
Let us leave.
If it is your desire, we will leave now. If
We
you
haven't got
feel.
the drift drive.
Well,
Right
it
up.
seems things have gone a little tense, and I wonder why that is.
Dex.
You told me to watch these
Both of you
camera
stop.
feeds.
The captain turns to you and says, if you're planning on leaving peacefully, you're welcome to see yourself off.
The door
Lock
is
our
jammed.
doors.
The door is jammed. It would not close.
Can I try and fix it?
Sure.
Let's all get on our ship
I will assist.
and try to fix
22.
that door.
24.
There is there's been a nut jammed into it where it would come out. you can, with pliers, can work its way free. And as soon as you do, the door just shoots up because it's been basically had so much pressure pushed on it this whole time that it just closes.
I'll open the door immediately though, so that it doesn't like stay closed.
Okay.
We are fine now.
Does the bolt match the bolts that Fink?
So he's
Don't
holding
all
it.
bolts.
For the most part.
No.
I mean, that would be a roll to try to determine that. I don't know.
Okay.
How, that would be a, like, yes,
Bolts
most
roll.
bolts are pretty similar, but
Can I ask Fink and Isaki, did you jam my door?
You don't believe we are friends?
I do. That's why I'm so confused.
I don't.
I look like he's having a little bit of a hard time figuring out something.
Mm-hmm.
I would never do anything to hurt you.
All right, then. You can have this bolt, then. It's a new one.
motive.
Yeah, can I do sense motivation? Because I speak Yuzaki. 16 plus 6.
It depends on if you want to accept that as natural 20 or say it's cocked.
That's definitely Cox.
It's closer to 20.
I can see it.
He recognizes the bolt. He definitely recognizes it and is super confused.
Oh, little buddy. Someone else trying to pin it on you. I didn't say that. Okay. All right.
Buzz, is there anyone else on the station?
Just the 5 of us here.
What happened to the other mechanic? I know you were lying before.
They left the vessel
Willingly?
of their own volition.
Okay, sense motive.
We needed a mechanic. I was sad to see him go.
On 18.
He believes it.
I feel like we should just leave now. I don't know. I mean, do we want to keep trying diplomacy? How are we supposed to get that? They don't trust us now.
I'm really confused about this bolt.
Can I check whatever, like, timekeeping device I have to see if we lost any time?
Sure.
Is it the same? Yeah. So, no, I don't see any. Okay.
Nothing. The clock is.
We're paranoid about that.
Yeah.
It reads a normal amount of time.
Okay.
I'm confused about this bolt because
Are there cameras on this door?
Yeah.
What?
We'll
Just check the cameras.
Check the feed.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Well, then we know who put the bolt in.
I know, it's just so simple. Like, there's effing cameras all over the ship, and we're like, who did it?
Okay, so go ahead and check the feed.
Mm-hmm.
There is, you can see probably about an hour ago. While things were getting ready for dinner, it looks like Fink walked over and stuck a bolt in the corner of the door while it was still closed.
Okay. So it was Fink.
But-
he seems so confused.
Probably because somebody was controlling him or something. Are there mind control powers in this?
In the universe, generally.
Okay. I have a wild
That's why
theory.
I'm wondering if I'm.
What if there's more than
maybe I'll
one
get there
Isaki?
someday.
Like,
More
is
than
there
one
anything that
Isaki.
makes it look exactly like Fink? Or
It's
could it be
same
any...
outfit and everything. I mean,
And then so he jams it and then just walks away.
looks like it was done in a hurry.
Nobody else approaches.
But he was with me the whole time.
bathroom.
But you were with him at that time. So it couldn't have been him.
That's what the camera tells you.
So in Isaki, I turned to him. Somebody's trying to frame you for crimes.
I've never heard anybody. Why would somebody try to frame me? I'm helpful. I'm useful.
Do you
I
have-
fix ship. I do good thing. I do good thing on the ship.
Yes. Do you have more than one pair of clothes
Yes.
that look like this?
No.
So just this outfit? So I kind of gesture over and I show him the camera feed.
He gets like more and more concerned and upset and starts pacing.
Do you have another Isaki on board? Or on?
No, just the one.
How do you explain what happened?
I mean, Fink, how do you explain it?
Don't blame Fink. This is obviously not Fink. Look at Tail, it's way too short.
Is there
Looks
something
like
we can
the-
roll to determine if it's him or not?
I mean, sure.
What?
I don't really know.
Life
Life
science.
science, yeah.
I
Ooh,
have a
remember,
nice
you
one.
get something for that, don't you?
For life science?
Yeah, because you're a
11.
Xeno
11?
seeker.
Yeah. Well, I think it's determining new worlds.
Mm.
I would just like to, I would like making sure to step over to be on top of like in our ship, but still like in view of everybody, just so that if something weird happens, I am on the ship.
I am connected.
Yes.
Oh, the DC to identify a rare creature is. I mean, I am identifying him. Anyway,
if
I got
it's
a
like
19.
If it's like a mimic or something like that.
As far as you can both tell, it's a camera feed, so this is not the best medium with which to do this. Looks like him.
Looks like him. Okay.
Yeah.
But he's confused.
Same tail, same color fur, same outfit, same
I
outfit.
did.
You detect magic in this particular situation?
Oh no, I'll detect magic.
As you go to detect magic, there's still no traces. Fink all of a sudden like relaxes a little bit and kind of looks around and then kind of shrinks back against the wall like he's real nervous. But there's nothing that seems like it's putting out a pulse or anything.
Would I notice him doing that?
Go and comfort him.
Sure.
Are you okay?
And he's just kind of just going. He can't process whatever is going on.
I apologize for our part in breaking down these negotiations. If it would make you all more comfortable, we can certainly return to our ship. And if you would still like to trade, you guys can discuss and look over the items that we are willing to trade, and we can go from there. Or if you'd prefer, we can depart at this time.
I'm sorry, I'm so little.
Captain, I think, fortunately, I think it'd probably be best for you all to go.
I understand. I hope that we meet again and circumstances will be better. Detect thoughts.
On which person?
Oh, I really wanted to do it on that Carpathian though, but he's gone. Is he
It's
within
soft.
30 feet of me? Damn it. All right, on Buzz then, I guess.
Okay. It's blank.
Weird. That
Wait.
Carpathian is puppeting
His
them
mind
all.
is completely
Kasaba.
blank.
Whatever.
Would you tell us that?
Yes, I will go ahead and shoot y'all
So,
a little message.
But he was
One.
currently talking, so he would at least have that on his mind.
I mean, you might have caught the tail end of his last words to you, but as soon as he stops speaking, it's blank.
Sword.
Unnecessarily blank?
Blank.
Well, it's no. That's weird. Yeah, no to have no
Sword.
thoughts.
Okay.
Sword.
I'm manifesting my
Oh
sword.
shit.
What is your energy AC?
Oh god. 12.
Okay. So, as you both stand near the wall, the captain standing next to you, the door that Resh came out of slides to the ground, and the Kasatha steps forward, pulling out two swords as Fink pulls a laser pistol and fires at the captain.
No.
That's going to be for 6 damage, and that is where we will end for tonight.
Nothing! No!